Alright guys, welcome back. We have another Larry Bird video. Let me know if y'all get tired of Larry Bird. Let me know if y'all get tired of watching Larry Bird. I can do somebody else. But for the most part, I've been doing pretty good with these Larry Bird videos. So I'm going to keep doing them. Okay, we got what NBA legends think of Larry Bird. The brutal truth. Alright, let's go. That's a shout out to Basketball Time Machine. This is where I got getting a video from. That's a cool little intro.
Hey folks, how's it going? Welcome back to my show. I'm Sean David. Let's talk some old school NBA.
Okay, let's talk some old school.
We're gonna take a look at NBA legends giving their honest opinion on how they feel about Larry Bird. And I try to mix it up a little bit so we will have former teammates and of course former opponents. But before we get to that, I want to give a quick shout out to my Patreons. Thanks a lot you guys for supporting the show. It's really appreciated. And I would say enough of that. Let's dive right into today's episode.
Let me turn my light on. I know y'all probably can't see me that good. Turn my light on. Here comes an ad.
Do you want to grow your YouTube channel? Do you want to earn more views, more subscribers, more watch time? And of course,
so the first player that I want to start with is actually not only an opponent, but also a guy that played for Larry Bird. Of course, I'm talking about Reggie Miller, Killer Miller, who had some incredible battles with Larry Bird.
Oh, I forgot Larry Bird did coach him.
Larry Bird.
By the way, Bird,
and he played for the Pacers.
Bird turned 60. Isn't that amazing? Bird,
That's great.
Bird's gotten old.
Well, Father Time will eventually catch all of us, but it's hard to think. I remember sitting in my dorm at UCLA and watching those great series between Boston and Magic and Bird. And Magic is my mentor. I've said this on this show before, but I patterned my game, who I wanted to be like, who I wanted to play like, after Larry Bird, so I was torn.
Hey, he did kind of shoot like Larry Bird a little bit. He was stroking it, pause. He was firing them up like Larry Bird was.
So I love them both, and to have a chance to play against Larry early on in my career, and then kind of be under his leadership when he took over as head coach, it was a thrill for me because that was, one of the players that, I really idolized and patterned my game.
I really hope I don't get copyright for this video. If I do, oh my God, it's gonna be crucial.
Master.
Larry Bird at his best, LeBron James at his best.
And do we have to put the teams too, or just individual players?
If there's a draft,
oh my God,
you can take Bird or LeBron.
Oh.
So let's say I take Larry at this age when I think he averaged 30, 10, and 7, something like that.
Yeah, but 30
right
one year.
So you got Larry Legend.
Okay,
or
now
LeBron.
what rules are we playing to?
We're playing today's rules.
He's stuck, man. That's tough. That's tough.
I gotta go with Larry Joe.
Larry Joe.
Who
Who calls him Larry
Joe?
Joe?
Of all time, Sir Charles Barkley. And it's kind of funny to see how he responds to the question if he's better than Larry Bird.
But he said that same thing to Bird too after practice.
No. Dan.
Are you better than Bird?
No.
Am I better than Bird?
No.
Man, that's a great question.
Oh my God, Charles. Come on now. No.
I'm a better rebounder. I'm probably a better defender.
Maybe.
He's a better shooter, obviously.
Yeah.
A lot of people talk about who's better.
But you have to think. You have to have that mentality.
No, you know. I think, it's a team game.
Yeah.
And the next player on the list is going to be Bill Walton, so former teammate
That was it?
of Larry
With Charles
Bird,
Barkley?
a player that was voted into the top 50 players of all time back in, I think it was 1995 or 1996, or so long ago. Anyway, he has a very specific opinion on Larry Bird. Let's have a listen.
What Larry was able to do on and off the court, it defied description. And it was very
he had them covers on them All-Star.
like being on tour with the Grateful Dead. in that you never knew what was going to happen. You knew it was going to be fun. You knew it was going to be great. You knew it was going to be dynamic. You knew it was going to be explosive. But you could never say,
that's how you snatched the rebound.
What's going to happen.
Well, we came to play. We came to win.
It was a really good passing team, a very unselfish team.
There just wasn't any doubt in my mind that we were going to win.
Well, Steve, what about your thoughts on tonight's matchup? Another lineup change by the coach. He's installed Jerome Kersey in the starting lineup.
Well, he's put a tiger in the tank. He feels that Jerome Kersey is going to give him
some aggressiveness,
particularly against Larry Bird.
Jerome Kersey's guarding Larry. And I think his first 8 or 10 points were left-handed.
Man, why your pants up so high, man? Rick, why your pants up in your stomach like that, man? Come on, man. What you do?
At that point, Mikhail was still coming off the bench, and so we score. Larry scores his 6th point on some kind of left-handed shot.
Left hand floater. Left hand layup.
And
come on, Jerome.
He started shooting right-handed.
Change for Bird, another 3-point.
Well, left hand is one thing, but when the game got close, I had to go back to the right one. I think it went right down the wire, and we might have won by 1 point.
Beat you right there. You got to keep them under control. They don't.
Now the following clips are actually from my own show. I had Dennis Rodman,
Dan
Sean
Jerome.
Kemp, Michael Cooper, and Dominic Wilkins on the show, and of course, I'll ask them all about Larry Bird and their opinion. So let's have a quick listen to those NBA legends.
87, and I tried to do my best to guard Larry Bird. It didn't work too well. He kind of schooled me a little bit. Because the whole game, every game he played.
That was good at play right there. Damn. He's wide open.
I take that, Larry. I take
wow.
that. You know, there's sort of jump shot. I said, Dennis, you like that? I said, you know what, man, the hell with you. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. But after a couple of years under my belt, I said, okay, great. I belong in this league, brother. I belong in this league, and all of a sudden now Larry Bird started to respect me. Then you can see at the last
but he made
this shit in the Silverdome that you saw that brawl that when I tried to block Larry Bird's shot, Bill Lambert came over and I
remember that.
Bill Lambert came and gave Larry a chop, you know, with a forearm. Then all of a sudden the melee, that's when the rivalry started really to happen right there.
Yeah.
Lambert, Bill Lambert was a dirty dude.
Fine too. Thanks for asking. Now in this video, I'm talking about your rivalry with Larry Bird and how intense it was. It was a battle. It was war. Was it something personal for you?
It wasn't just a personal thing. It became physical because I had an opportunity to do something about it. So when I jumped into that rivalry, Larry was the type of player, and I've guarded many great offensive scorers. Just to name a few: Michael Jordan when he was young, Dr. J, George Gervin, a kid named Andrew Toney. Those players,
Andrew Toney, I don't know what it
throw the
is.
Basketball. You can kind of take a rest on those guys. Larry was different than that. Larry,
you can rest on him.
Basketball, but he was going to go get an offensive rebound. He was going to set a back pick for his teammate. He was going to do something, assist. He didn't always have to score. So you always had to pay attention to him. And, you know, he has said that I'm the toughest player he's had to ever guarded him. And I have to say Larry is the best because of those things I just mentioned, is that you always had to pay attention to him on the court. And one of the best things, Sean, that I saw of Larry Bird that really gave me the ultimate respect is that we were playing them in the 84-85 series, and we just got into Boston, and there was a bus going by, and on the bus they had this huge long picture of Larry diving out of bounds, and the ball was just right at his fingertips, and the quote was, "I hate it when players watch the ball go out of bounds." And that there tells you who that guy was, man. This guy played the game, the entire game, to the outer limits, the sideline, the baseline, and that's what I respected the most about him. But he was a tough player to deal with because he was bigger than me too.
Now you played probably in the best era of NBA basketball, and you had some of the most incredible rivalries, especially you as a player. Your rivalries, Jordan is legendary. Your rivalry with Larry Bird is legendary. So I definitely want to talk about that. Your first interaction with Larry Bird was a very rude awakening. What do you recall from that first meeting, and what?
Hi guys, I'm back. I don't know what happened to my audio, but my microphone just stopped working all of a sudden for some reason, so I'm using the other microphone on the webcam or whatever. So I don't know. Let's just get back to the video and finish it off.
Like having the final laugh.
Well, you know what? The funny thing is, you know, when you're a rookie coming to the league, you're a hotshot rookie, and you think you're, you know, one of the greatest, and you know those veterans have a way to let you know, look, you got to pay your dues, and that was one of the situations with me and Larry. I went to shake his hand, he wouldn't shake my hand. And
I remember that
saying
story.
to myself, well, maybe he's just getting into the game. And I remember the first play of the game, he said, "You don't even belong in this league, Holmes," and he shoots a three. I'm like, I wasn't mad he made a three. I said, did he just call me Holmes? You know, but. I remember after the first time, you know, I made a great play against. So I remember him saying, he said, you know, you got some toughness, man. I like you, but he said, I'm still getting 40 tonight. He got about 38, so he kind of proved his point.
Now, back in the days, there were many black players who for example, Cedric Maxwell, for example, who openly admit that they thought Larry Bird was overrated until they actually got to play against him.
Nah, he was not overrated at all.
Moment where you thought, okay, this kid is for real.
The first day I played against him. First day I played, I mean, I knew he was a...
That's all it takes, one time to play against him.
Before I came into the NBA, but when I had a chance to play against Larry Bird, there's only, I can count on one hand the type of guys like him that you had to be totally focused in on. If you didn't, he would embarrass you.
Now the following clip is going to be of Jalen Rose. Of course, Jalen never got the chance to play against Larry Bird since Larry retired in 1992, and Jalen came into the NBA in 1994, but of course, he played for Coach Bird. So let's have a look and listen to what Jalen Rose has to say.
Bird 6. Bird, for those that don't know, won 3 straight MVPs in the league with the Showtime Lakers and Michael Jordan and the Bad Boys president. 3 straight MVPs.
You gotta be tough.
MVP.
So you would say that was the baddest white boy ever?
No question.
It's the baddest white boy ever.
Okay.
All right, you guys, that was it for today's episode. I hope you enjoyed this video. Don't forget to check out my Basketball Time Machine podcast on iTunes and on Spotify podcast with me and former NBA legends.
Okay, I guess he's done talking. Anyway, thanks for watching. Subscribe if you're new. Damn, I gotta figure out what's wrong with my audio, my microphone. I don't know why it stopped working. I don't know. My computer is stupid. It's showing that it's on right now, but it's just not picking up on my computer. Anyway, thanks for watching, y'all. Any more video ideas, let me know, and I will get it out there. And stay tuned for more videos. And thanks, guys. Peace.